Do you have any idea how many games the Epic Games Store has given away? Mika?
About 400 actually.
Over 400. But I don't know if you know this. There's still a lot of games that haven't been free.
Because new games are releasing every day. It's logical.
There's just so many games.
There's no way that Epic can ever keep up.
That's true. But we as Epicologists, we have some ideas about what games are more likely to be free at some time in the future, because we have actually reviewed every single free weekly game from the Epic Games Store, like for 4 years. So we kind of have this sense, but also
it's science as well, not just sense.
Tell us about the science, Mikael.
Because this science is based on the developers. They already gave us a lot of games, not just one, and they have a lot of others. So out of these, we picked some good ones that I think you might be interested in.
These are from publishers or developers that have done a lot with Epic, and it's very likely they will continue giving free games. Let's start with Team 17 that has given us so many free games, including Overcooked Yooka-Laylee and Moving Out.
Well, Hell Let Loose is the one that we actually predict several times, because it is a game that is online as well.
Yeah.
And it needs more players, right?
Yeah.
So
that's always a big indication of if a game starts having less players online.
Actually, online PvP only.
Only,
so
yeah.
Even more.
They're gonna need to boost their player count pretty soon, because the World War II simulator online shooter is a pretty crowded genre. And Team 17 has lots of experience giving away lots of free games in the Epic Games Store. They know how it works. They know it's always an option. This is gonna happen sooner or later.
And they even say it in the title, like, let loose, like free, right?
Sure. That must be it. Next to Devolver Digital, that has given us so many games like Enter the Gungeon, The Talos Principle, and Ape Out.
Absolver is one of these games that we didn't get yet. It's got single and online as well.
Online elements, that's a big indication, again, that they would like to get more players into it. And to be honest, it just feels like a free Epic game. Honestly.
And it's from 2017 already.
Yeah.
So definitely
so it's
not impossible.
six years old, but mostly positive. So Epic might be quite happy to give this away and get more people to experience it. Daedalic has given us some great games. They've given us Shadow Tactics, Blades of the Shogun, Deponia, and Ken Follett's Pillars of the Earth. Never something as open world as this, but...
Well, it's been a disaster.
Yeah.
Look, it's just a few months old and already 60% off. This is going to be free maybe sooner than we think, because...
I mean, already the developer went out of business. This game collapsed their company. And Daedalic, that put money into developing it and publishing it, probably wants to try to get some money out of it. So if Epic is willing to give them a check, I'm pretty sure they're going to take it.
I don't know if it's such a great news. I mean, the trailer looks nice. The games shouldn't be so great. So.
Yeah. So tell us in the comments if you're excited about that being free one day. Bethesda has given us a surprising number of games in the last year and a half, including Rage 2, Prey, and Fallout 3.
And this is kind of similar to Golem, because it's even more on sale, 75%. And this is an online game, so without players, this game is as good as that.
Yeah.
So this might be pretty soon.
And
free on Epic.
Bethesda now seems to have a lot of experience giving away free games. Before you say that it's owned by Microsoft, so it will never be free on Epic, Bethesda seems to be operating pretty independently. We just had Fallout 3 a couple of days ago, again free on the Epic Games Store. So Ghostwire Tokyo as well. So to boost their player base and maybe get a nice check from the Epic Games Store, I'm very confident. I don't know when, but this is going to be free.
And from Bethesda also, Deathloop is 80% off. It's super cheap now. I think it's only time when we get it for free.
Yeah, only a matter of time. We just got, as you said, Ghostwire Tokyo, which seems like kind of a similar Bethesda published game. Story-driven, limited number of play hours, but they definitely put a lot of money into this and would like to get that money out if it's not selling very well. 2K has given us so many big games, including the BioShock trilogy,
Civilizations,
Borderlands, it's pretty impressive, the games that they were willing to give away for free.
And Marvel's Midnight Suns is a game that was actually free with CPUs or GPUs with actual hardware to your PCs, and now it's already 67% off. This is a turn-based game in a world of Marvel, and we think it might be free in a year or two, I would say.
The reception was not great, the sales were not great, so if 2K put a lot of money into publishing this, then they're probably going to want to get some of the money out. They have given much bigger, more popular games for free on Epic already. 505 has given us a range of games for free on the Epic Games Store, from smaller things like Last Day of June or Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons to Control. And Miasma Chronicles was developed by the Bearded Ladies, which also developed Mutant Year Zero Road to Eden. That was also free from the Epic Games Store, so the developer and the publisher also have experience giving games away. This is kind of an XCOM-like game. Turn-based. And yeah, the fact that they have given their previous games away on the Epic Games Store means that at some point when they need some extra money to develop their next game, this will probably be free on the Epic Games Store.
The Mutant game was actually free 2 times already.
That's true.
And the crime boss, Rocky City, is quite on sale right now as well. I don't think the game is so well taken, and for that same reason, it might be free pretty soon.
Yeah. I think 505 might need to get some more money out of this game that aren't coming from the sales.
So even Chuck Norris might be free.
Also, it doesn't look like a bad game. Like, this is the kind of thing that I think Epic would be happy to give it away. The developers and publishers might be happy to get some extra money. So
I don't see why not.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Sold.
The publisher Aspyr has given us a number of games in the Epic Games Store, including Observer and Stubbs the Zombie.
This game has actually very mixed reviews. It's some years old and looks like definitely it will be free sooner or later from 2019. Remember this game, it might really be free.
Yeah, Epic likes giving away, it's a puzzler also, first person, looks like it's kind of story driven, so I don't know, What Remains of Edith Finch, that
2024?
Kind of style. Yeah. Deep Silver has given away some pretty big, impressive games from the Epic Games Store, including the first 2 Metro games and two Saints Row games.
Yeah, already complete editions. We might get this one because this one we actually played and reviewed because we got the key from Deep Silver themselves. It wasn't a great hit. The game is great, but the main character is lacking soul. I think that's what put it down.
Some depth for
and
character.
If less and less people are playing it, there's no more reason to keep it for themselves because Epic can give them money in order to give this for free.
And Epic should, because it's actually a pretty good game, and it's one of the only space fighting games that I really enjoyed. I think it got the controls just right. Yep. Deep Silver also published Chivalry 2, and the developer Tripwire gave us a lot of games as well from the Epic Games Store. So publisher and developer both have experience. And again, this is an online only.
Multiplayer.
Yeah, they need players, they need people to keep playing it, so when the player base dies out, it will be available for free to get more players back into it.
Hopefully just before it dies.
Yeah, so I don't know when that will be. I don't know how successful it is right now. I played a bit of it.
We got similar game, Mordhau. It's from different publisher.
And it was for the exact same reason. So this one is a little bit newer, but in some time, not giving time predictions, but this is going to be free. Focus Interactive has given us some great games. Plague Tale Innocence, Vampire, Mud Runner, Farming Simulator 19. They do not hesitate to give some of their best games for free on the Epic Games Store. This one, Insurgency Sandstorm, is from 2018, but the key is the multiplayer elements. You're noticing a pattern here.
Yeah. So pretty much what we already talked about. Let's go to next game.
Paradox Interactive also has been very generous. I just have to read this. Surviving Mars, Pillars of Eternity, City Skylines, and Europa Universalis 4. They do a lot of big grand strategy games.
Yeah, and this is one of these like hardcore strategies. Maybe that's why they have mixed reviews, and mixed reviews I think is more likely.
Yeah.
Even though this game just released last year, we don't say when. but we think maybe in a horizon of 3 years it might be free.
These grand strategy games, like only a few of them are going to be very successful and continue selling. Mixed reviews means that the sales have probably stopped already, and they're going to need some influx of cash.
Agreed.
Raw Fury has given us a lot of their really great indie games such as Goner and Kingdom New Lands.
Yeah. So Tales of Noir Preludes is one of these pixelated games, and we know Epic loves to give pixelated games.
Not only that, but Tales Noir 2 has already been published, and as soon as there's a series, indie developers love to get more people who wouldn't buy the game into the series to maybe then buy other games in the series.
Definitely more.
And Mosaic is another one from Raw Fury that just has the look of a game that Epic loves to give away. Not very well known, but looks like a solid game that they would be happy to give away, and the developers, the publishers, would be happy to get more people to play it.
Not sure about solidness of this game, but some of these games we just discover by the fact that Epic gives is for free. That's how we can play it. Otherwise, I would never buy this one.
Yeah, I think that applies to most people, but then developers know they can get people to become fans of them, like to be excited about their future games. Next, we have Square Enix that has given us the Tomb Raider trilogy, Hitman 1 and Just Cause 4. They give us some huge games.
Yeah, basically on the big games. So we think big, we think Forspoken because it's actually not such a bad game, but poorly optimized, and one of these first Unreal Engine 5 games, and Unreal Engine is another project out of Epic Games, so even more likely because of that.
Epic might be really eager to make sure people see what Unreal 5
You might not have a computer for this one, so maybe let's wait for few years. We don't need it right away.
Yeah,
we can't run it anyway.
A lot of money went into this. Square Enix doesn't hesitate to give these big games away for free, so everyone could win if this is free, and it might be sooner than we think.
And if you ask why not Japanese games
I was going to
from
ask.
Square Enix, like
Also,
Final Fantasy, Kingdom Hearts, no Japanese games like that we ever got. So we think more likely American games like.
I mean, it could happen someday, but it just hasn't yet, so it may never happen. And kind of a bonus entry, Generation Zero. This is not because of the publisher, although Systemic Reactions has given us Second Extinction in the Epic Game Store, so it's not unprecedented. Also, Generation Zero is on Game Pass, and I believe on PlayStation Plus also. I've played a bit of it. It's an interesting game. Not great though, so I think it probably was not selling very well, but they're clearly ready to go on systems, platforms that say, here's a check and we give your game away free to everyone. If they do that on Game Pass, why not do it on Epic Games also? I think that at some point, Generation Zero is going to be free from the Epic Game Store as well.
And with this one, we're going to end the video telling you that we don't know when, but we think that these games might be free. Some of them probably not during Christmas, in 2024, 25 and beyond. During weekly free games, because not the biggest games we're getting during Christmas.
And when they are free, for 1 week, we will review them before they're even available for free, so you will know if they are worth playing, worth your gaming time. That's why you should be subscribed, so you never miss out on free games, the hidden gems, and you know how to use your gaming time responsibly while spending zero money.
Zero generation, zero money. Hope to see you next time.
Bye.
I'm just clicking. I'm here just for clicking and...
Hello, Caleb. I think that's the intro,
I missed you. Your editing is this.
Oh.
Did you forget how to edit this video? Hopefully not.
Hopefully not. Hopefully there's not much editing to be done. Look, we already have editing.
This would be good blooper at the end, though.
Clip. You'll never see all of this.
Okay.